Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into some really powerful tech that's being built to fight back against digital fakes and protect what's real online. Let's kick things off with a story. Imagine you're a journalist. You've spent years risking everything to expose corruption. And then, just like that, deepfakes twist your life's work. Your hard-earned evidence, it becomes a fake confession. Your testimony, it's turned into a weapon used against you. And the fallout? It gets violent. And look, this isn't some sci-fi scenario we're talking about. This is a crisis, and it's happening right now. The way truth is being manipulated online, it's chipping away at everything. Personal safety, the justice system, it's even becoming a battle for our own history. This creates something really insidious. It's called the liar's dividend. Think about it. It's this corrosive strategy where someone can take real, authentic evidence and just say, hey, that could be a deepfake. And just by planting that tiny seed of doubt, they can get it dismissed. It's a way to erode trust in our most important institutions. And, this crisis, it always hits the most vulnerable people the hardest. Get this, 58% of young women globally have dealt with online harassment. That's a huge number. Their stories get buried, twisted, or just shouted down. They're basically forced into silence just to feel safe. So what's the root of the problem? Well, it's the very foundation of our digital world. The whole system is built for one thing, virality, not veracity. It's all about speed and engagement, about what gets clicks, not what's actually true. Our platforms just aren't built to protect the truth. Okay, so how do we even begin to fight back? How do you build something that's incorruptible in a world that's basically designed to corrupt things? Well, the solution, it starts with a really cool concept from the world of cryptography. It's called the digital fingerprint. All right, so imagine a kind of digital shredder, but in reverse. A cryptographic hash function is like this machine. You can feed it anything digital, a photo, a document, a video clip, and it spits out this unique, fixed-length string of characters. That's its digital fingerprint, or its hash value. And here's the key. It's totally unique and unchangeable. Now, this fingerprint has a very special property, something called the avalanche effect. And okay, we got to dig into this because this is what makes the whole thing so incredibly powerful for checking if something's real. It's the secret sauce. So what is the avalanche effect? It means that if you make even the tiniest change to the original file, I'm talking changing one single pixel in a huge image, the output, that fingerprint, changes completely. It becomes totally unrecognizable. It's not a small tweak, it's a total transformation. You can see it right here. Okay, so you take that unique fingerprint. Then, the person who created the file encrypts it with their own secret private key. And bam, that's a digital signature. It does two crucial things. One, it proves who the creator is. And two, and this is the big one, it proves the file hasn't been touched or altered one bit since it was signed. So this tech is awesome in theory, right? But what's really fascinating is seeing how it's being used out there in the real world. We're talking about it moving from a concept into practice, everywhere from forensic labs to super high-stakes courtroom battles. But here's a problem we've had for a while. The proof that a file is legit, its digital certificate, has always been a separate thing. It's like having a birth certificate for a person, but it's just a loose piece of paper. It's way too easy for them to get separated, right? The proof gets lost. The solution, then, is pretty brilliant. Researchers figured out how to actually embed that proof, that certificate, directly inside the file's own data, its metadata. This makes the proof and the file one and the same. They're inseparable. So wherever that file goes, its proof of authenticity goes with it. Genius. And this is a perfect example of how that works in practice. What you're looking at is basically a super strict checklist for a real legal case. Before any document gets filed with the court, it has to pass this intense forensic check. Every single detail has to be exactly right. This guarantees the evidence is pristine before a judge even lays eyes on it. And for the people actually involved in these cases, this isn't just some abstract tech stuff. Making sure a document is tamper-proof, that is everything. It's the core defense of their rights, their story, their entire legacy. Okay, so let's zoom out a bit. Because this technology is building towards something much, much bigger than just protecting one file at a time. The real vision here is about creating a whole new infrastructure for trust on the internet. And this is a massive shift in how we think about the web. We're moving away from the internet we have today, which is centralized, kind of fragile, and owned by a few big platforms, and towards something totally different. A system that's decentralized, permanent, and where you own your own data, your own truth. The tech behind this is called sovereign protocols. And I love this analogy. Think of them like a digital diplomatic pouch for your most important truths. They use all that hashing stuff we talked about, plus decentralized networks, to create this tamper-proof container. It's totally independent and only answers to one person, its creator. But here's a really crucial point. Just protecting something isn't enough. I mean, what good is a story that's locked away in a perfect, unbreakable vault if no one ever gets to hear it? It's still been silenced, right? It's like a message in a bottle at the bottom of the ocean. It's preserved, sure, but it's also lost. This is where something called legacy markers come into play. So if the protocol is that unbreakable vault, the legacy marker is like a programmable beacon. It's a smart contract, which is just a fancy way of saying a self-executing program, that gives the story an active voice. It makes sure the story doesn't just sit there silently. It can be programmed to release it to specific people or at a specific time, so it can actually find its audience and have an impact. So when you put it all together, the mission becomes clear. It's about building a coalition, getting technologists, journalists, activists, everyone together. The goal is to build a whole new information infrastructure, one that's based on integrity, not just on chasing clicks and engagement. So that leaves us with this final question. In a world that's so full of digital fog, how do we build a future where the flame of truth can't be put out? Because really, this isn't just about saving data. It's about saving our ability to trust each other, to remember our history, and to hold powerful people accountable. It's about making sure that when someone tells their story, it can become a permanent, powerful force for good.